I've just put online the video what is new, and what we always do every month at the release time is also make a video for how to stay rolling, because if you're off an Android or an iOS or a Windows or a Linux system, you need to update, right? So I'm gonna install an old system, not gonna record it, but I'm gonna install the old ISO of projects of 0104 a month ago. This one has the most packages in there, so could have potentially the most conflicts and dependencies and all that. So we're using ArcoLinux XL. We boot it up. We don't do advanced, because advanced is always updating if anything is wrong with any of the parameters that we have no control over, right? Then it will stop. So we're gonna go for a simple installation, an easy installation, and then basically it's an image of a month ago, right? It's frozen moment in time, and that's the operating system we had, the kernel that we had, Mesa that we had, and all the things. And then we update, and then we see what happens. So that's the how to stay rolling. And a tip for the guys on VirtualBox: right control and then F, and again right control and F, and you're full screen. So this is the old look. Remember, we have this new look of the exactly the same package, ArcoLinux Welcome app. So you decide default, grub, sure, easy installation, yes, quit. The rest of the buttons, there are plenty of videos about how to install ArcoLinux. Belgian, next, erase, sure, next. And then we see each other again when it's time to reboot. And then we see how to stay rolling. Pausing. The system is installed. We're gonna restart. And basically, this is a time machine. We're now back, beginning January, I guess. All right, end December. And then we update. So, bye and thanks. Ctrl-T. There is a I want to learn stuff way of updating, and there is just the update me and I don't care, right? That's the one we're gonna do. Update and I don't care. There are like 130 videos about updating, right? So take a look. Normally we just wake up in the morning and we say update, and we update our system. We get these things. Those are ideas from Arch. You see here the word extra. That means that the ArcoLinux developer said we're gonna change the name. That's it. One VPL, go to library, and lib stands for library. So you say just yes. This actually was documented, and it's important to tell you that we are an Arch Linux distribution, meaning you need to keep track of what's going on linux.org. On this one, making dbus broker our default dbus daemon, right? So this will cause problems, we'll see, but there is a change and we need to follow the change, and you can see more about the rationale, which means the reasons for doing so. So basically, if it asks to choose, enter is basically the best option because that's the default, right? If we build ISOs, if you're an ISO builder, it will always choose the first one. That's something you need to know. All right, and lots of update, right? 1.2 gigabyte. Lots of Linux here. We're jumping to 6.7. How much is this then today? 6.6.8 to 6.7. And most of these things are not related to ArcoLinux. It starts from here and that's all. On XFCE, ArcoLinux XL, that's all. On Plasma, it will be something else. On BSPWM, it will be something else, right? But I just want to make it clear. Take a look at the bunch of software that comes in and the little bit that comes in from us. So it's important to remember that we're basically on ArcoLinux, and only 5% or so is coming from us. But it's the fun stuff, the bash RCs, and so on and so on. All interesting elements to make Arch better, nicer, beautiful, efficient. So yes, go ahead and install. 204 packages need to be downloaded, upgraded, whatever you call it, but we need it. Now this update thing is an alias to get anything that we know exists in Pacman. So there's the ArcoLinux packages repository and there is the ArcoLinux repositories. But AWAR is not updated. I mean, if you install something else that's not on our repo, then you've built it yourself, and then you have to update as well. Think about it, say, okay, maybe I should run something because I've installed this and this and that from the AWAR, and you might want to update that as well. The main thing in this case, oh, look at that, right? We got an issue. We've documented in other videos, but I'll explain it again in this one. What I wanted to say is, I forgot. I was thinking, I saw something, and I thought I need to show you something in another terminal. What did I want to show you? Well, let's tackle the alacrity then. It might come back to me. Let's follow what he's doing. So, by the way, right, this is a great tool, fantastic tool. Thank you, Manjaro, for sharing it with us. But updating, you do this in a terminal and you follow the text that comes in and you read the things that happen on the screen and you understand what's going to happen, or you will understand what's going to happen, right? And eventually you get, after years of time, you'll get an idea what package is what, why do I need it, etc. And some of these things are just dependencies of other things, so they just need to be there, but you'll learn them. Right, maybe it was the up all, I don't know, maybe it was the up all. So up all is the command to tell him, hey, if there are AOR packages on my system, please update those as well. So he's going to look for AOR packages, and he finds any, and it says it looks to the AOR, to the internet, the Arch user repository on arcolinux.org. He looks there, looks at your version number, looks at the version number online, and it says, oh, there's a new version, I'll build it. That's the up all. And then it says, see log, etc. We need to change something. It's a major jump from one version to another version, and it says YML is no longer used. We're gonna change the way we save our variables into a TOML using alacrity migrate, he says. So alacrity migrate is what you type, and then it says successfully migrated home eric.config alacrity YML to alacrity 2ML. So basically that's it. You can test it immediately with a Ctrl-Alt-T and it's gone. This means if we go to the code, that this one rules and all these guys are gone. They're just not necessary anymore, right? These are gone, and it makes a red thing here, but I don't think, let's see, Control T, voila, all good. What we've done is exactly the same thing. We have updated the ArcoLinux Alacrity package, and basically all the updates that we give to you is always in the etc scal. Well, not always, but and the main things that are in your .config, that's this. This is in your .config. But when we update after a clean install, right, we only update here. We will not overwrite your home directory, never, unless we need to. Never say never. But it's your thing, right? We normally, a general rule, we don't touch it. That means that Alacrity here has the correct format. So your new update, the new config of Qtile, the new config of BSPWM, the new config of Plasma now, right? It's all in the etc scal, and if you want it, you need to Control C, Control V it, which is slow and not so interesting. Control V, and that's why we invented the alias scal, which is at this point in time a script. So the scal is actually something that's running. It's a script. It's now a bash script, no longer an alias. It makes it easy to get the new configurations in, and you go and read if you're new to ArcoLinux. It can be a blessing or a curse. You were trying to change something in awesome BSPWM Qtile, you messed it up. You are at SDDM and you can't log in. Go to TTY and log in and type 4 letters, Control T, scal. And you're saved, because the code that we've made that works is now on your home directory. So now it is overwritten. And with that you get also a backup file. So it's never really overwritten. That's my backup file of the complete config. 2024-01-23, look at the time, right? So you can always go back and say, oh, I've overwritten everything. You just compare and put everything back in. I've played plenty of videos about melt, this application, so we check what is different. All right, that's it. We're up to date, we're rolling. Let me think if we forgot anything. By default, there is this .bin where we can try to run and see we need to run a config from 2018, right? We've been busy. 2023. So yes, we need a 24, but that's the scal. If you do scal, you say yes, we need to have here the 2024. How to get from 2401 to 2402. Now often it's a nothing to do. That's okay then, right? In this case, besides Alacrity, there is nothing to do, so I wouldn't put that in a stay rolling script like this one, which then makes it easy to run something. So okay, what is different? We tried back in the days to get our theming in order. Changes in GNOME made that as a result we had a PAMAC that was white, and it was really not okay, right? So we tried to figure out how can we get this thing back to dark. So voila, that's it. That's one place always to look at. And of course there's also time for fun. Try some guys of like the dog. That's long a while. Dog, how does it look again? No, just type dog, Eric. Look at that, right? Ideal to make some screenshots. There's also this skull puke or something, this little guy, and there's the bonsai, and that's the last one. Bonsai, why are you done bonsai? Let's see what the name is. It's bonsai tree. Okay, bonsai tree. There you go. And each time it's different. It's incredible. How do these guys make that, right? Voila, we're up to date. Let me pause one more time and think if I've done everything. There is indeed one thing that we've changed on our ISO, but that's a personal choice, so no need for a script or anything. But on this particular ISO, there's still the old, let's see, the old multimedia application called Praga. So we've chosen to remove, and that's entirely up to you. Do you type with me or you don't? Right, test it out. Praga, that's this one. We say bye to Praga. What you could actually have done, so let's try that again. Eric is getting crazy. Not really. Remember, if you install something, there's another option to type RS. So delete Praga with everything else it requires, and it did require 2 extra packages, so that's gone as well. So RS and R. And then why not install and test the one that we officially have chosen. Lollipop is the one that we went for. And there is a video about why we went for it, and we've chosen, we had 3 candidates in the end, and this one just won. All right, enjoy Lollipop. It's interesting application, can make a nice design of it, etc, etc, etc. See the other video. And that's it basically. So choose, and that's always the case, choose what you like, remove anything you don't like, and install it. And that's basically, let's finish with that. I can't say it enough. Any user should make any operating system. It's, yeah, official. I mean, yeah, I want to say something. Well, it was not okay. A word that was not okay in the video. But his assistant, whatever you want to call it, you need to rise it. You need to be yours, right? That's what I want to say. And one of the ways to do that is just start making scripts, and this get nemesis on ArcoLinux, it's there. You type this, what you get this. Make it your own, right? Just start changing the name, whatever, right? Voila, Bavzera. And you put this on your GitHub, and you change it any way you see fit, and you install. Well, I start with removing stuff. ArcoLinux, the way it comes, I don't want it. There are things on there that I don't want. I don't need Realtek drivers. I don't need Broadcom drivers, but they're for support. So the first thing I do is run this thing and say, I don't want Praga. I want LFTP, don't need it. Not this, not that. And most of these things are not there. But here comes the thrill. This is used on Arch, anything Arch. And if these things are there, I don't want them because I don't have the software, the hardware for it. So why would I install software for which I don't have the hardware? So we always have to figure out, what do we get from a distro and what should I change because of laptop 1, laptop 2, laptop 3 might need different scripts there for every PC. All right, enjoy ArcoLinux, enjoy the learning, and cheers.